You don't want me to change the color a little warmer or yellow? Nothing that should.
Nah, it's fine. The way it is, it's not really an issue.
There we go.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to CineKuest Video. It's our Halloween special. Live stream, live as can possibly be, with every technical difficulty known to man.
As usual.
Fingers crossed. But here we're here to talk about Friday the 13th franchise, 1 through 12. And I can't really say that the 12th one, the remake, isn't really considered part of it. I mean, it's a whole like reimagining kind of. But we're gonna talk about it anyways. So we have Roland, Stan 69420.
Jason. Yes.
Yeah, it says
Stan.
Jason Stan. Jason Stan. There you go.
I still think that Jason is the true victim in all of this. Jason was right.
Jason was right. He had every right to do exactly what he did.
Right.
You really think so?
My little Jason buddy right here.
You're
right.
And I'm Ray, your host, and we also have Jason from part 2 here.
Baghead
boy. Ready to do
boy.
his killing.
Ready to clean out the chicken coop.
He doesn't talk much, but when he does, he really makes a point, you know. Very silent Bobby, you know.
He's big strong.
He's a big, strong man.
No, I'm going to be like the Jason Goes to Hell Jason. I'm going to be making a lot of grunts.
Oh, no. I was thinking you would be more of a Jason Goes to Manhattan, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's funnier when they get grown whenever they get shot. That's always the funniest thing, you know.
Yeah, it gets progressively goofier.
I mean, I wish I was more high tech and I had clips here and I could like play that one clip where he gets shot by the FBI and Jason goes to hell.
Oh,
and you just hear the. Which is one thing I didn't remember because I saw Jason Goes to Hell once years ago, but the FBI being involved in it I didn't remember. So, but I'll get to that in just a minute.
Vaguely can recall Jason Goes to Hell. It's annoying that I have seen that one the least amount of times, I guess. Because really, I check them out on TV, and you know,
I think most of us saw them on TV. I mean, I saw Jason X multiple times on cable. I saw pretty much the rest of this franchise on cable.
Yeah, I
saw
think
like
they're
edited
all
versions of each one of these things. So a lot of the stuff that I saw rewatching all these things, I didn't remember because obviously I was watching the edited version.
That too.
So. Yeah, 6, 7. I really didn't remember those too much, especially the one I think was 7's the one with the psychic.
7's the one with telekinetic energy. Yeah.
With the girl with the magic brain
versus Jason.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely has got nothing to do with Stephen King at all.
Yeah.
Nor that pen name drop.
I did tell Bryce one of the reasons I also wanted to do this was because even though I may be a horror fan and all that kind of stuff, a lot of the Jason movies just meshed into one movie for me. I couldn't tell you in part 3 this happened, part 4 this happened, because I thought even when we're kind of discussing it before even watching these movies, there's different plot points that I attributed to different movies because I thought they were all kind of mishmashed together because it's kind of the same.
Which is why you like the remake.
This is why I like the remake because it just mishmashes everything at one time and it's just one movie. And I don't
it's all the stuff that I like.
It's
an update. What's wrong with you? It's tasteful. It's classy.
So let's get into it. Friday the 13th. Jason, what is your recollection of you starring in these movies?
Jason not remember much after many head injuries.
Jason has...
Yeah, you know, there was a point in time where you had a bunch of bumps all over your head.
Yes.
From all the ass whoopings.
If you remember in my Jason Goes to Hell appearance, I had quite a swollen head.
In fact, your head was melding together with the actual mask.
Yes.
What was that like?
Painful.
Yeah.
Roland, what was your recollection of Friday the 13th for you as a kid? I'm pretty sure you saw these as a kid, right? I imagine.
Yeah, I tried to. The thing is that most of my family not in horror movies at all.
Right.
One of my sisters would sort of check out horror movies as they were here and there. She had Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth on VHS.
Your favorite?
So I'd watch that pretty often. But so yeah, most of the horror stuff was pretty much again, I think, me on my own or maybe with friends. And this was just random cable TV most of the time, seasonal stuff. I remember the most. Aside from the original, the first Jason, which by far I'd seen the most of any of them, so much that I've internalized it and I can't remember shit. It's great. Makes no goddamn sense.
So you're telling me like you rewatching these movies, it's like you're watching them the first time, or like you're just like your subconscious kind of brings all that stuff back up?
Yeah, my subconscious brings it up the instant I start watching the movie again. And I can just be like, cool. Let me look for something I haven't seen before, some stupid shit. I just remember watching two things on repeat too much when I was lucky. After the fact, and by that I mean I think I couldn't reliably watch these movies until like around Jason X, because at that point like. What was it? Like $10 or something like that for the DVD? Maybe. So
we've been informed that you are echoing a little bit.
Shit. Sure what I can do about that?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
It's always something.
It's always something.
I wonder if it's my shitty leg.
Jason hates technology.
Maybe if I can step away from the mic a little bit. Fuck if I know. What was this thing?
I think unless you can go into your settings and like change.
No. I don't know how to do any of that shit. And I don't think I can myself. That is. And just my gain.
I don't know if that works or not.
Whoa. Well,
what's going on in your end? You're loud or we're loud?
Well, you were, but I guess I can just try to lower my end further.
Oh, okay. I think we fixed the problem.
You think so?
Well, to whoever's listening out there, thank you for letting us know what's going on. I think I may have fixed it, so I think we're good. If you have any other issues, please let us know, because technology sucks and we hate it. So
why can't I just beat two sticks together and start a fire, dude?
Especially Jason. He's not a fan of technology. He actually hates
Jason
it a
lot.
I disagree. I'd say he'd be pretty fond of it because it brings it back to goddamn life so often.
But natural electricity, lightning.
Oh yeah. What about? Wasn't another one like a busted power line or something?
Misplaced, mismanaged line. Was that your tax dollars at work for you?
Yeah, that was a pretty big fail there. Because of those yacht douchebags, I think. I forget exactly who was the cause. It's always somebody waking up Jason. That's my main issue. All right, he'd be cool. I'm gonna do the accordion. He'd be cool if they just left him alone, but no, it's always somebody like trying to dig him up, or like zapping his ass. I'm sorry, zapping your ass.
Blame Tommy Jarvis. The guy's been traumatized by the fact that he killed him, and he's been haunting his dreams. He has to confirm that he's dead.
Yeah,
mind you, he's the only reason Jason comes back entirely.
Yeah, but like they really like I'd say the system failed Tommy as well there though. Because you remember when they were talking about looking at reviewing his medical profile, and they're like, how's this kid like how's his brain not fried? Like they gave him all the drugs. You know?
Right.
So
I mean, so much so that he was practically supposed to be the next Jason, you know, like at the end of part 5, they almost hinted at that.
Which you know, like just gonna say right now that idea was later stolen, almost slightly stolen, pseudo repurposed, right? By Halloween, was it Halloween Ends?
I mean, are you telling me that Halloween Ends tried to continue on with that fucking premise?
Maybe just like that, it failed on it.
They hated it then.
Flat on its face.
Why would Green think that they're gonna hate it this time?
But they did.
You think they were giving Jarvis?
Yes, they did. Sorry.
You think they were giving Jarvis the Hypnosil from the Jason?
Oh man, no, wasted on him. Shaw. What was it? I brought my Freddy versus. Actually, I got my Freddy versus Jason figure here too. I think I showed that shit to Ray before, but I was pretty happy.
This motherfucker has so much Jason shit.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
This was a gift from my brother. I wanted to get all the other ones, but I forget it. I think it was Best Buy.
Close enough.
Like, yeah, I got this one. I need to get the neon NES Jason purple mask, but this is the little like printout that I found. I got it at a pinball convention over in Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
You and your friends are dead. When you died,
you gotta take all my stuff. No,
Roland, when you pass away, I mean, I get that, right?
Whoop. Maybe. It depends. Is Chrissy still gonna be around?
Probably not.
Damn it.
If you want to name her as a benefactor and then me next, I mean, that's totally fine.
I kind of do, because it would be really, you know what, like she'll be the benefactor, but you can be the what is it called? You can be the executor of the estate. So
okay, thank you.
You're gonna be taking care of her, of course, and she's just gonna be like, she'll be taken care of. That's it. That's all it is.
Bryce, be there. We had a quick question. What is that you're wearing on your head?
The burlap sack.
Yeah, this is authentic.
Authentical burlap.
Yes.
Memorabilia.
I was gonna say replica.
Replica.
Hot and itchy. Must kill from itchiness.
HEB grocery bag.
Do you think that's a reason? The fact that he had to hide his face, but he didn't have a proper mask to do so.
Yeah,
and he had to wear this shitty thing on the top of his head.
His face was itchy all the time. He had like an allergy.
It had nothing to do with the revenge of his mother. It was all from like
that's why his face. That's why his face looked like that. It was an outbreak. You know, it was
all that
scabies.
Yeah,
that's an intense case.
Yeah,
looking like the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why?
This for my Elephant Man costume next year?
Maybe you can do Tobacco Man with that thing too.
Yeah, I didn't get the hat for Tobacco Man.
Yeah,
Tobacco Man.
Yeah, from Redneck Zombies.
I shouldn't get.
Oh man, wow! I need to rewatch. Fuck.
Tobacco Man's got you.
There's a lot of them I need to rewatch. I want to get. I keep forgetting. Is it? I wonder if it's still a thing. The Trauma Now streaming service.
It's still the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, one of us needs to get it.
When you get it, you can share.
Of course. What the fuck? I mean, like, I have no one else. I'd have no one else to share it with, or to watch it with. Rather, I've already asked most of my friends out here, and they're mostly not into horror stuff.
Right.
One of them is just straight up.
In that case, we have a very long history with Friday the 13th. Obviously, Jason Voorhees is the main icon killer, and this motherfucker's bringing out a Freddy glove.
I gotta catch up. All right, let's go,
dude.
What's up?
You've had all these props this whole time.
I've had this shit forever, man. You remember all this stuff when we lived together? I had this stuff actually. This?
No, I didn't. No, that crap. I know that shit on your hand. I never saw that.
I forget. Maybe it was when I lived with Daniel.
Assholes
Then
hiding all this shit away, dude. Like,
But he doesn't
It
have
might
the
have been.
official Jason throwing knife from number 5 or
Oh
6,
man,
the one that was. Or he had
not
the utility
yet.
belt.
I
You
can
know-
get. I want to get the official Jason tent spike, aluminum tent spike.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Are you talking about the one that like revives him, or are you talking about like
No. That's a tent. That's a fence post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he like turns into a spear. That would be cool
Right.
too, though. No, like it's the little like tent spike that he just like goes around and stabs.
Oh, I got you. I got you. I
Stabs
got
you
you.
with- and then at one point he sticks it in the house and just leaves it there. And the
Mm.
asshole doctor comes. It's with the Carrie girl.
Yeah.
He comes out and he like the version that we watched here, I don't remember if they ever actually show it or if it's just like off screen when the doctor goes and fucking takes it down, or if that's
I
like
don't-
just a reveal later.
To be honest with you, I
could've
only know the
sworn-
kills that I remember because there's too many, and
You know-
I have my favorites, and we'll talk about that in just a minute.
I don't know why. Well, yeah.
I
Okay.
do want to continue on with.
Right on.
Let's talk about. So again, icon. Where do you think Jason stands in the icon of horror as an icon of horror? And I'm gonna just name kind of like the most popular right now,
Mhm.
and you can tell me where he kind of ranks in that. So I have like Michael Myers,
Mhm.
Jason.
Right.
Mhm.
You have
Freddy Krueger.
Ghostface.
Yeah.
And let's just throw in Art the Clown in there, right? He's a new icon of horror.
Yeah, might as well.
New kid
So
on
that's
the
5.
block, yeah.
Where do you think he ranks in that 5?
Ooh.
Who? Art
Yeah,
the Clown
he did.
or
He's-
Jason?
You mean
Jason,
personally?
Jason.
Personally, or like in the?
However you
Oh,
feel like
personally?
it's your personal way of thinking.
I don't know, man.
In the top
Personally,
5, what do you think?
I always love Jason. I would probably put.
I thought you were gonna say I would die for him or something.
Yeah, well, I'm dying in the past.
Well, fun fact.
Shit. I don't know. For me, if he's not number 1, he's probably number 2. But
Really?
yeah, I like him, dude. What do you want to say?
All right.
Yep.
What about you?
That's
Roland?
about the same for me, man. I know these movies, again, not the best movies. There's so much wonderful garbage. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty far up there as far as my favorite horror icon. Like, certainly to me, actually, I'd probably say close to, if not one, the next best. Because whenever I think of most horror movies, like my favorite type of character is pretty much like his, where he's like a giant, just awesome tank that just goes and fucks things up.
Yeah, that's what.
I mean, it's like watching. I mean, we just finished watching. What was that last one? The nature documentary.
In a Violent
In a
Nature.
Violent Nature. Yeah.
And I like, those were my favorite parts, when you just see like his like brute strength just blasting through shit.
Yeah.
Right on.
And yeah.
I you know what? Thinking about it, I would say he's probably like at least number 2. I don't know if I care too much. I think Freddy's probably like my first favorite.
Oh, really? I thought you were gonna be a Myers guy.
So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
A Myers guy.
Freddy is also a very close one, but mine that's not even on that list would be like Pinhead. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to jump around here.
But
Trying to jump around here.
I mean, considering that
we're
they're
talking
actual
about
like serial killers, like
slashers,
killers
though?
and slashers and shit like that.
Okay. Then another one of mine, aside from those, no, I'd probably mostly Jason, just that I'm thinking of for the most part.
All right. Well, let's we're gonna go over a quick synopsis of like 1 through 12 before we start getting into our movies. And again, I'm gonna make these as quick as possible. These movies aren't exactly high art. Kills.
No, but
That's all
somehow they're an hour and 40 minutes, or more often than not.
In all honesty, Roland, after thinking about like 1, and I feel like it's a slow paced movie. Let's be real here.
There's
different movie. I feel a lot of these drag, and I just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's an hour and a half. It's a really long ass hour and a half movie.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
There's so many long shots.
When we get to our rankings, you'll see like where the ones I prefer top. So,
Sure.
So we know that Friday the 13th was kind of piggybacked off the Halloween craze because, John Carpenter made Halloween. This new slasher comes out. Sean Cunningham, who's the director of the first one, decided, hey, let's make a movie kind of like that. I'm not going to have a movie, but I'm just going to put an advertisement out, see who buys it, like that. So, like, title, movie around it. So, the first one, Friday the 13th, was made in 1980. It focuses primarily on just a mysterious person killing all these like camp counselors, and we find out that it's Pamela Voorhees, who happens to be Jason's mother.
Mm-hmm.
And
which I will say that if you were a kid who grew up knowing about, I mean, I didn't obviously. The first one came out when did the first one come out?
1980.
1980. So yeah, that was 7 years before I was born, obviously. But growing up and with the Friday the 13th franchise, and you see the first one, and if you didn't know anything about it, really, you just know the mask, and you find out it's not.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Yeah,
but I mean,
Right.
when it first came out, people didn't know anything about like what it was.
right. But I mean,
So
that's something kind of
interesting, like, to
new.
think about, like,
It's almost like mystery whodunit kind of
Yeah.
movie.
Well, yeah. Wasn't the idea, like you mentioned, sort of to work off of the Halloween series?
Oh, and speaking of that, we know how Halloween was initially supposed to become an anthology.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Various kills and things happening on Friday the 13th. This is the same thing with this one. I'm sorry, with the Halloween. Friday the 13th was the same way. This was initially supposed to be kind of like this. I think they were going to do part 2, and then from there, there was going to be a new Friday the 13th type of film. Which
didn't they make a TV series that was an anthology, like a different?
they did the TV series, yeah,
the
but that was
TV
like
series
that was later on,
Yeah.
was like
They were actually supposed
Goosebumps.
to make like Crystal Lake, which apparently like
I heard about that,
got
yeah.
shelved or something.
A24 was gonna produce it, right?
So
I had forgotten what had happened to it. I thought the rights just got all fucked or some such at one point.
well,
not sure.
yeah, well, we don't really know too many details about that. But
Nope.
back to the first one, it does have a lot of classic, iconic scenes. I mean, obviously, you have Pamela Voorhees kind of like going all Norman Bates kind of mother,
Yeah, yep.
kill her, mommy, kill her. You know? And then, of course, we have like the end scene, which is kind of the most memorable part, is where a quote unquote like dead boy Jason pops out of the water and like grabs the girl, the final girl at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out it's apparently a dream sequence, allegedly. But in that movie, there are 10 kills total in that particular movie. So we will move on from that. For part 2 was 1981, immediately after the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw out the kills on that one. That one's 10 kills, directed by Steve Miner. And it's set 5 years later. Jason survived and witnessed his mother's death, according to this one. And now he's an adult. He seeks revenge on anyone who dared to enter Camp Crystal Lake. And he kills new counselors, but is ultimately stopped by the final girl, Guinea, I believe her name is. Then we move on to part 3, Friday 13th, part 3, 1982. There are 12 kills. They upped the ante for 2 more on this one. This one is supposed to be 3D. And I think this is one of the only ones that has like an odd intro and outro music. Like it's very like
isn't it like funk or some weird?
Well, it has a lot of that you know that alien landing generic sound that
Yeah.
But it's like very poppy and very 80s synthy kind of.
It was, but it was also like the tuning or something. The pitch was just weird. I don't know. It was shit. I didn't like it.
The tune?
I don't really remember. I'm checking my notes and I was like, what the hell is this weird funk horror shit? I'm like, okay.
Is this also where they introduced the exploding title cards, or is that in the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. One of like the first one is like this one didn't it say like Friday the 13th, and it was supposed to be like the 3D one, and the mask comes around and like explodes through it or something. Like comes at the screen.
There's a few
and it does in the next one too. It blows up, doesn't it, or something?
Yeah, I think
they kind of continue with all those like little quirky intros.
One of them like cracks down the middle and goes.
Yeah.
It was really, really abrupt too.
You know, it's kind of weird to see this movie that's not even remotely 3D anymore. To see it just in regular
Yeah.
2D stuff, because you see like all the attempts to make it 3D, and it just looks weird now.
It does,
I mean, you
but
got
I also still feel like I'm missing out, kind of.
Yeah, no. Well, you got the guy putting up the laundry, and he's like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sick, and he's bringing
Well, the harpoon kill,
The
like
harpoon
it goes
kill.
like straight to the
Yeah.
camera, and
and
then
the
like,
eyeball
and
on
the
the
eyeball.
string.
The eyeball.
Yeah. That was
It
ridiculous.
was bad. You can see it like on the stick. It's like,
I think there was one where like somebody has a cigarette or something, and they put it up to the.
Yeah, it's very obvious, and it's
I try to write them all down because like you can always spot them. I was talking to you earlier about one though, Ray, that I wasn't sure about because like I think there was a point where like somebody was like a woman was falling like butt first towards the camera, and I'm like, no, they wouldn't do that. But I couldn't remember if it was this one or a different one. And I'm just like, but yeah. Aha.
So we'll move on to part 4, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, 1984. This is when we introduce young boy Tommy Jarvis, who is played by Corey Feldman.
Oh yeah.
An iconic moment where he shaves his head and tries to get into Jason's head.
Mhm.
And it's like,
yeah, the beginning of the
how did it work? You know, like what clicked in his
I
head
don't know.
to think that that was the move to go with?
He just panicked and like
He
he panicked and like embraced his skills, right? Because wasn't this like was that the start of the
mask
Yeah, I made the
making?
mask. Yeah.
well, like the mask making, and then also like the cheese ball? Okay, there's there's like a horror fan or like some kind of like prankster character in the movie, and I kind of thought he fit some of those.
No, that part 3, that was Shelley. That was the
Yeah. Shelley's the one that gives Jason the mask, at that point.
Yeah,
So
I forgot to mention that. That's when we finally get the iconic hockey mask.
Right.
We don't have this garbage.
A sack.
I'll say it looks cool on Bryce right now. Like it's a cool mask, but not for this particular.
Jason could do. Okay.
I hope
it was the best money could buy at the time.
All his mom taught him was
how's Jason drink his beer? Does he just like sip it from the bottom, or
no? He goes through the sack.
He goes. All right. It's porous. Got it.
Yeah. So again, 1984 part 4. Tommy Jarvis. Tommy Jarvis kills Jason violently with his own hatchet.
That was a cool ending, though.
That was
a pretty cool ending, even though he just looked really, really goofy. Like, at least they could have just shaved his whole head instead of leaving him with those little weird.
Well, he rolling. I mean,
I know he embraced the role.
You said hatchet.
I said hatchet. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of my own hatchet. Sorry.
Machete.
I'm thinking about a hatchet I wish I had in my hand.
Was done with the axe in 2, right?
You wish you had a. Oh.
Roland, it's quite strange that you're gonna bitch about the quality of a small boy who shaved his head in haste.
I don't know. I just honestly, it's just to me. Whenever I saw this movie,
you take umbrage on his barber skills. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
But why how did he know that that's what he looked like? I'm assuming he was trying to think it was a kid, but how the hell would he know what he looked like as a kid?
He had
must be what he looked like.
He must have saw a picture. He must have saw a picture and was like, "Ooh."
I think there's a point when like you're in his room and it shows like little clips, article like newspaper clips from that event.
Maybe that was the mask that he made. And he's just like,
and like I want to say, and I feel bad for this. Like it was a picture of like, Jason as a kid or whatever in an accident, and I feel like maybe he was basing like his masks on that
picture.
That picture.
Man, that's harsh, dude.
I didn't even think about it, but I was like, oh,
maybe that's why Jason was pissed. He saw him.
He saw that and was like, hey, that's a shit job, kid.
God damn him.
Doesn't look anything like me.
This one had 13 kills, so they upped one more in this version. So Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, 1985. Jason is officially dead in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a Jason kill. We just have like flashes of a Jason character kind of standing around. And the motive for this one is because they tried to like, I think, revamp this whole anthology thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was supposed to be a new trilogy going on, but they made a and they made an EMT the kind of like the fake Jason.
Oh yeah.
Someone killed his son in a very brutal way too.
Yeah.
And
just really abruptly, but like you can see it coming.
Yeah.
But it's like, really?
You know, to be honest with you, I'm thinking to myself, what would I have done if I was that frustrated and I had an axe and like life really sucked? Would I have done the same thing?
Chopped to the nearest asshole.
Covered in chocolate? Fuck you, man.
I don't know. Actually, you know, I take it back. Like, you probably would have taken that chocolate bar you offered to begin with.
I don't like chocolate that much, man.
I mean, like, let's not be too judgy. You know, let's assume it's clean and stuff, and like he's not gross.
Like those fingers look pretty dirty.
Yeah, they did. Damn it. I was just saying, Ray, if you had a bottle, like he offered you a bottle of a freezing, like ice cold water and a chocolate bar.
If it was a cold night's ice.
I mean, come on, it's not too far off. Like I'm saying, it's not too like out of the question necessarily. So, and honestly, you shouldn't be arguing against me for this because like it makes you not a crazy ass moron to begin with.
We had someone say Travis Mitchell. Maybe I can put this on the screen, right? Yeah, it says, how's it going, guys? I actually like Friday 5 minus the porn parts. I agree with you. Those porn parts are a little annoying. And I would say that about most of those sex scenes in these movies. They're really awkward.
Like, there's a lot of...
Yeah, there's a lot.
Most of the...
There is a lot. And it's really kind of unnecessary. And I mean, I don't mind a little bit, but like, I feel like it's just excessive in part 5. And it's also very awkward too. Don't get me wrong. I like it sometimes, but not all the time. So
yeah,
I think Jason X though.
We can go back to that.
It takes it a little
like,
more.
You and I were talking as well about like all of the premise for part 5. It is a little weird.
Yeah, but I mean, like that also pissed people off. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't mind 5 that much. This is kind of like I've seen clips of it. This is the first time I've seen it as a whole.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it as much. I mean, I don't really necessarily need the Jason Voorhees character. I mean, the image itself is enough for me. And that kind of carried it on. And I mean, I can understand the person's motive for doing what he did.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks.
Cool that he's doing it, but I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I see. You see, you have a thought in mind, Bryce?
No, just interesting. So you're vindicating what this guy was doing.
I'm a bit of a.
I'll remember
that.
Jason was right. Maybe Jason had some good ideas.
You have to understand, Your Honor. I heard him saying he was okay with all that.
It's gonna be online, right? Like they're gonna like bring this up at some point in my trial.
Yeah.
What was the other issue I had? Well, I mean, again, I mentioned before that this was supposed to carry on with I was assuming Tommy Jarvis as the new kind of Halloween, but not Halloween, but Halloween 4 kind of reminds me of this because I mean they alluded to Jamie Strode kind of turning into a Michael Myers character.
Yeah.
And I will say this: when they had Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis, and then in the next one when he's older, I like how he suddenly has blue eyes now in the next one. They couldn't even cast like that. I mean,
maybe he's got scared into the blue. You know, he got scared into blue eyes. Who knows?
You know, I was trying to remember if the last guy, because like Tommy's, he's like it's like 3 different actors at one point, right? If the last guy had blue eyes.
Travis Mitchell says, "I'll be that guy who gets banned and admit that Jason Goes to Hell is my favorite of the franchise so far." We're gonna talk about a ranking and like,
don't worry, I'm sure I'll get myself banned canceled.
Yeah, I won't say much about it just now, but I empathize with your choice there. Right?
It had been a long time since I saw it, and then rewatching, I was like, "Oh, this is actually kind of I like what they're doing with this."
Part 5 kills 19, so they upped the ante a little bit more on this one.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, part 6, Jason Lives, 1986. Coincidentally, 18 kills. This one is when Tommy Jarvis the movie opens up with Tommy Jarvis visiting the grave of Jason Voorhees, digging him up, and then
That annoying other
accidentally
guy.
with that
bringing
other
him,
guy,
bringing him.
the guy from
back
Welcome
to
Back Kotter.
Toby, let's get out of here.
You know he was from that Welcome Back Kotter, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
He was just annoying.
he is practically
Yeah,
playing the John Travolta character, like up your nose with the rubber hose.
Oh yeah,
like that guy.
That's
You know? Hey, they're all those dudes. You know?
Wow, that's great.
But anyways, he had a cool ending, right? His getting his annoying ass fucking slugged into the
Yeah,
you
it
know?
was this. It's the beginning of my favorite version of Jason. Yeah, he just slugs his like.
Yeah,
He
this
punches
is-
his heart through his chest, right,
This
out his
is
back.
the start of Jason's super strength. You know, yeah. This is when he becomes more supernatural, and
I don't know, man. I mean, in 3, he does literally grab a guy by his head and squeezes an eyeball out. Like that's pretty strong.
I mean, he
is,
his brute
but
strength, he's been training this
then-
whole time. Dude.
Doesn't he like get into a fight with the like really small skinny girl after something like in a struggle? And
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was telling Ray. It's like
his strength is
varies. Like he's
only as strong as they need him to be for the plot. For
he has
the
problems
script.
fighting. Like yeah,
And like
the final girl, he seems suddenly loses all his strength.
yeah,
He's
all his motivation, like his
If
direction.
he's touching
He's just stand there like lines.
If he's touching a woman, I told Bryce, I go, maybe it's an issue with his mother. Like if he touches a woman, he's just kind of like,
well, we do know Jason has mommy issues, so.
Right? And I mean, maybe if he's like,
and Freddy does exploit that. And Freddy versus
he does,
Jason,
he does, yes, very much.
It only that seems to only
franchise.
The mom thing only seems to work one time though, right? With the child psychology girl or whatever, and that's pretty much it.
Oh well, we'll talk about that in just a moment.
Oh yeah,
man. Yeah. Like I try to make a point of like noticing every time somebody dies on the crapper.
That's a good
these movies. And no, he does not wipe.
No man, he doesn't need to.
Of course
He
not.
does.
Why would
those damn enchiladas?
Yeah, damn enchiladas.
We'll move on to the next one. Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. That's the telekinetic girl. Jason is accidentally freed from his watery grave. He was put there by Tommy Jarvis with his infamous chain with a rock.
Yeah, that's what got him. The infamous chain with a rock. And
I was telling Bryce, whenever he's doing that and he's just holding it, it's the guy from Return of the Living Dead, too.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there going like, "Come on, you pussy!
Yeah,
come on!"
Yeah.
Like that's gonna like drive him. Yeah, that gets your attention, but there's a lot of probably easier ways to do all that nonsense. But hey, whatever. You got the job done.
I was gonna ask you too. How many years jump from when he's in that? I guess 5 when he's in the asylum, or is it? Yeah, and then he to 6.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. It was
no. I'm sorry, from 4 to 5 because
4 to 5. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, look.
I mean, I would imagine at least 5 or 6 years or something.
Yeah, when I'm sorry, the one where he puts the chain around his neck, where he's trying to bring him. Is that 5 or 6?
That's 6.
That's 6. I'm sorry, from 5 to 6, because in 6 he's like, he got a lot older and real haggard. Like I don't know if.
Dude, he's been traumatized by Jason this whole time.
I know, but like how? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like how much time had passed before he had killed Jason the first time.
You're talking about the one when he was a different actor.
He just got into some hard drugs, man,
and became a completely different person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like Jason can do that to somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it can happen.
Yeah.
So we have we talked about New Blood.
Mm-hmm.
New Blood is the 7 telekinetic girl. Jason is accidentally freed from his watery grave by Tina, a teenage girl with telekinetic powers. Jason kills the campers around her, but Tina eventually uses her powers to send him back to the lake with the help of her dead father.
Yeah. That was a cool sort of moment.
And doesn't look any like decayed whatsoever.
Yeah, he comes up with his hair
coming
still
out real fresh.
Yeah,
and everything.
Yeah, and with his dad's strength, just busting shit.
Dad's
awesome.
strength.
Undead dad strength.
He came in with his bro cream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, fucking bro cream. Oh man,
Did he had some brute.
Wow.
High karate or brute on?
Yeah, man. Got a layer on that brute musk.
Before he walked up, he was just like,
This comes out of the way. You know what? They should make that cool water commercial. Cool water.
Right? He's like, the scent that can take out.
Take your breath away, and it's just Jason just jumping out on the boat.
I told Bryce, I feel like the fear of Jason became more whenever the girl was able to use her powers to like rip off the mask off of Jason, and you see his like grotesque face.
Yeah,
that was probably more scary. Like he's like, I don't know if he was smiling though. It almost seems like he was like happy about it. Like,
no, it's just it was a really shitty mask. He looked like a Muppet. He looked like,
dude. Well, that's nothing.
He looked like somebody had a hand in there and they were working his mouth.
I think some of us agree with you on that one, Trevor.
Manhattan's without the mask was pretty cool too.
Yeah, of course.
Somewhat.
So that was part 7, and then of course the one I think I saw, I was kind of more introduced to Jason at this point was Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, that one's the one I actually seen the least.
Dude,
1989.
Bugged me.
How old were you? 1989 too?
I was 4.
I was 7. So just a nice ripe age for Friday the 13th franchise.
Ray, do you know the theme for the Manhattan?
The theme?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
You said it was an Alice Cooper song.
It was.
There's a few.
What? No, is it? So I was going to ask you about that because, like,
I thought it was an Alice Cooper song.
I thought it was a soundtrack, but then, like, when I was looking at the credits, it was just said it was like one guy, like, performed and like.
I could have sworn it was like,
something in the dark of the night.
Yeah, dude. Like, I was like, is this one fucking guy? I didn't think it was. You think that was a fucking Alice Cooper song?
That's what he said, dude.
I thought it was an Alice Cooper song. I don't know. But are you sure it wasn't like Stan Bush? You know, the guy who does all the
I like
kickboxer and Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
I like how Manhattan, the most of the movie, they're just shitting on New York the whole time. It's real bad. It's worse than Jason. There's crack and all this stuff.
Crack.
Drugs. People are gonna like assault you.
Yeah,
and it's weird because all of these things happen.
Yeah.
Jason Takes Manhattan is the dump that Demon took.
Oh,
quite possibly. I don't know.
Because the scene where they go into the diner and like, hey, you gotta help us. There's a psychopath trying to kill us. Welcome to New York.
Yeah, he tries, and what happens to that guy? He just gets like his chest punched out.
Yeah, the big like they get I guess he's like the manager or whatever, the owner. He's like comes over and Jason just knocks him.
And then everybody just sort of like shuffles out.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, what? It was that one was the weirdest one, seeing around so many people all at once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. I mean, well, at least it's nice to know that all Jason needs to do to deal with street toughs is to take off his mask.
Well, yeah.
And scare the shit out of him.
I feel bad though. He does that. He's like,
oh. He's like,
I honestly
radio. It takes it off.
I thought they were gonna like just talk more shit about him, and then he was gonna kill them all.
Yeah, but I mean, look at his face. Like, if you see, I mean, even New Yorkers can't even deal with that.
I don't know. I feel like they would just call him ass ugly and then start like talking trash or something. You'd be like, "Oh, keep the mask on. I see why you wear the mask or something." You know, like
your face looks worse than a pie from your uncle's shop.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, I think they call that rope pizza.
Oh shit! This one has 17 kills. They dialed it back, one or a few kills after this.
Wow.
After 15, they did 15 on New Blood.
They didn't have enough for the budget.
Like so far, the most is 19 in A New Beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure why they would do that.
Well, they paid for all their budget went to B-rolls in Manhattan, dude. And
yeah, right. All the Times Square shit.
That's also the most campy one. It has like the most, tries to put the most humor in it because, you know, there's a scene where he sees the billboard for the mask and he's like, ooh.
Yeah. So the next one, this is when the franchise moves over to New Line Cinema, and we get Jason Goes to Hell. Apparently, the final Friday. Apparently, they couldn't say Friday the 13th, so that's why all the movies started saying Jason, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Jason Goes to Hell. Jason.
When they
Jason.
Yeah. Okay.
They changed the theme song.
No, the titles. Like they couldn't say Friday
the
13th, blah blah blah. They had to say Jason, whatever.
Okay.
Jason Goes to Hell is the final Friday. Jason is killed by the FBI with that one scene we talked about earlier when he gets shot.
Yeah.
I love Jason like making these. He's supposed to be like
He's
the
supposed to be
supernatural
silent,
character.
yeah, just
No pain, right? But he's
yeah. It'd be like if Michael Myers made a bunch of noise too when he was getting,
Yeah,
it's like this
does
strange.
he? I thought that was like the
That's
first.
what I'm saying. Like, it's
in the
I
later
don't
ones?
think I've ever heard Michael Myers
No.
make a sound.
I don't think he does.
He's a silent killer.
yeah, they shoot him up, and then somehow they get a jet to come down and I guess drop a. Oh, I don't know. Is it a jet? Because like the guy says like him coming, and he blows up.
I don't know. But this one throws in a more of a supernatural bent on this one. So his spirit survives and possesses other people to continue his killing spree.
Yeah.
It's revealed that only a member of his bloodline can truly kill him, and Jason is ultimately dragged to hell. I told Bryce that this one I enjoyed this one a little bit more because they added more lore, and I know Roland, we talked about this many times in our Halloween specials that you like part 6, and part 6 kind of adds more of that lore to Halloween 6 is what I was talking about.
Yeah, but it doesn't suck so much like Halloween's lore. I don't know.
Right, but
Halloween's lore works when it's like you don't need to know,
right.
Much
Ideally, you shouldn't know much about
that's what was important about it.
Reasoning or whatever that someone else is pulling the strings.
Yeah, when they started pulling all that like Cult of the Thorn stuff, like I thought it was fun, ironically, again because I like the stupid, but like for what it means for the character, that was really dumb.
Right. So I told Bryce I actually enjoyed Jason Goes to Hell more than I thought because I saw it once years ago. Rewatching it now, I was like, I kind of enjoy all this nonsense, even though there isn't much Jason in it technically.
Yeah.
I feel like more lore added to it, not just like him killing counselors again, because I mean that shit is already getting old.
Yeah.
They
had it.
And it got old a few movies ago.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they attempted to do more with this one. And I was also telling Bryce that a lot of the effects in this movie seemed to be a little bit better. And apparently it was done by like Greg Nicotero and Robert Kirkman. So that's why the effects are probably just a little bit better in this one.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with names. As you know, Ray, could you maybe help me out there?
Greg Nicotero, man, he's done like a lot of special effects for like classic horror movies and stuff like that. I can't name it off my head now.
No, it's all
Didn't
good.
he also do didn't he also do a Masters of Horror? Am I
Yeah,
mistaken?
yeah, I think
Really?
so. He's also like the showrunner for like the good Walking Dead seasons.
Oh, okay.
No?
Wow.
Yeah.
No, those were great until they got to the bad ones, and then I stopped.
Right. Well, they were different
that was
shows
impressive.
at that point. But the effects, apparently, the director told them that they could kind of go all out in their killings and all that kind of stuff because he knew he was gonna have to cut a bunch of stuff, and that he was planning on releasing a director's cut of Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh.
Apparently, I don't know if it's the one we watched, but apparently there's more blood and
it is. I get kind of annoyed like having to figure out like what version of a movie I'm watching. Usually, if it's a stream, like you don't know, you have to. I mean, it's like I'm always worried we're gonna end up like in a Blade Runner situation where there's like a million different versions of this movie, and you never know which one you're checking out.
Right. Travis Mitchell says this is probably the only one with actual gore in it. I think so, probably. And some shockingly nasty. I think they go in like Jason X kind of has it, but I think this is done a little bit better.
A lot of the gore, right, in the Friday the 13th movies is mostly like dismemberment, right? Like somebody gets their head slapped off,
right? But a lot of it, me and Bryce talked about
or stabbing.
A lot of it's done off camera, which is kind of annoying because
it is
after 4, because
he stopped trying to do the Hitchcock, like style, and it went a bit more like camp and cheese with it.
I can't remember if it's 3. No, 4 is no. Is it 3 the one with the biker gang?
Yeah, 3 is the one with the biker gang.
I think 4 is the 4. Yeah, 4 is the one. I think the last one they had Savini, or they had Savini.
I'm not sure about that.
That I'm not sure about. But I honestly think
you can tell on 4. That's the one where they hit him on the side of the head with a machete, right? And he like slides down.
That was with Corey Feldman, right? Like
yeah.
that's 4, yeah.
After like 5, it's just like you were saying, right? It's a lot of like straight jabs and stabs.
Yeah, and then
sometimes they go off
stuff,
or they go off scene. Yeah, I don't know why in 5.
Yeah, we had mentioned like like
too.
when they do the stab and they go cut to the face and they're just like
Or like, and it's always like you just see like an arm doing the stab. You know, like you don't actually see Jason. Again, like it's a lot of that like old timey style of that I understand it horror, especially with everything, the soundtrack, the film grain, it's fun. I like it.
So in Jason Goes to Hell, we have 25 kills, which I think is probably the most up until
is it
Jason.
Okay.
Jason X 2001, set in the distant future. Jason is discovered frozen and brought aboard a spaceship. He is resurrected and begins killing the crew. Eventually, he is transformed into a stronger cybernetic version of himself.
Yes.
And ultimately stopped before reaching Earth. 21 kills in Jason X.
Lord Zed Jason.
yeah.
I love that shit. It's so dumb. It's so fucking stupid.
Lord Zed. Funny, dude.
Oh, just real quick, just to backtrack, the writer-director Adam Marcus is releasing the Ghost of Hell documentary this year.
Oh, cool.
And then he's supposed to go into production on his
sweet.
Is that Creighton?
Yeah.
Creighton.
Sure.
Killer.
Creighton Duke.
I wish I had time to rewatch the Crystal Lake documentary because it goes into like a lot of detail of every one of these movies. I seen it one time. It's like 4.5 hours long.
I have not, and that's why.
It took me days to watch it. I didn't watch it all at once.
It would take me months, but I will probably get around to it now that I've.
Last night, Roland and I were on Discord watching Jason X.
Yeah,
and it's a little long-winded. It's a short movie. It's a little long-winded on certain parts.
Because
my favorite part is obviously when he turns very cybernetic, and the part where he's in the VR simulation.
Yeah,
that's the best part for me.
For the second time.
Yeah, for the second time. But like the VR simulation, whenever he's with the girls, though.
You didn't like when the guy fell on the giant drill? He started like spinning,
and he starts spinning down. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Really,
the guy's like very funny.
What's wrong with him?
It's just when I always thought this is one of the worst movies, but it's also one of my favorite because of that. That VR scene made me laugh so much.
Yeah, that's great.
She's like, "Do you want to have some drinks or smoke some pot?
Do you want to have some alcohol or some illegal drugs or some what is it like?
Or smoke some pot?
Or some premarital sex."
Yeah.
Oh,
but it shows him like fucking slamming the girl with those,
and then you still hear them like laughing or whatever, like they're giggling. And
I told Roland, I was like, it's just so funny that there's no real music behind it. It's like seems kind of silent.
Yeah, you just hear the birds chirping.
Very quiet sound too. I don't think he's hitting like obviously, but like, just like he's hitting a pillow or something.
Right.
No noise.
That was such a funny scene. They're like, "Oh crap! I think he saw me." Well, what do you do? Think of something. And just as he's on them, "Hey, Jason," like thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I ever go back and rewatch Jason X at this point. I've seen the others more, but like Jason X is not the one I go. Even though I saw that in the theater.
Oh really?
I did see it.
I saw Jason.
Oh, you lucky.
They would play it on Sci-Fi channel.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's what Roland said. Like he was watching on Sci-Fi all the time.
So I hadn't checked out the IMDb, but like the actress that plays the cyborg in that one is the same one from the. Did you ever watch the Stargate TV series, Bryce?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's the blonde in that one. I'm pretty sure.
I think so. Yeah.
I forgot her name.
Familiar, yeah.
She's like one of the leads, but I tried to get into that show, and I always meant to like try to go through it, because like they had a lot of cool actors, but. That one and Stargate Atlantis, I tried to check out a bit.
I saw more of Stargate than Stargate Atlantis, but yeah.
I mean, I'm more like a CineKuest DSV kind of guy myself.
CineKuest, right? Now we're going off the rails.
Come on,
we're going off the rails. Let's go back.
Dolphin, talking dolphin.
Ray,
great man.
Damn it, Ray! You reckon my?
If you want to do a whole podcast on CineKuest, we can do that.
By the way, one more side step, one more. I couldn't. Roland, I get your feet on that. I played the CineKuest video game for Super Nintendo. It's
man.
Yeah,
that is rough. I am so sorry.
All
All right, let's go. Let's go.
right, Freddy vs.
Shame
Jason,
to these over
2003.
here.
Also saw that in theater. In a crossover with A Nightmare on Elm Street, again, because he's on New Line Cinema, they can kind of do this. Freddy Krueger resurrects Jason to spread fear on Elm Street so he can regain his power because everyone forgot about him and he's really pissed about it.
So mad.
However, the two end up
dare
clashing
they.
in an all-out battle with both seemingly defeated. 25 kills in this one. I think Kane Hodder also plays Jason in this one as well.
Yep.
Of course, you have Robert Englund playing Freddy Krueger. This one had I was watching it again this morning, and I remember liking this one a lot. I don't seem to like favor it as much anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, it's definitely a product of its time.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's just I don't know what it reminds me. When did it come out?
2003.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Did you
trying
see that one in theaters?
I did, yeah.
I
Mhm.
didn't.
Me too. But you.
It just reminded me like all those other movies that were coming out kind of the same time, like The Faculty and like
Yeah,
it just had like that, you know, the kid, like I don't know, man, like
And
they had
even
the
like,
stoner kid that gets killed by the fucking Freddy.
yeah, it was like a cinematography kind of a thing going on. There was a lot of sex. Was there a lot of sex in this one too?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
it
boobs.
was,
It's
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty
They,
great.
I feel like they started relying on the
Mm-hmm.
tropes more. Like
They did. It was just sort of like all of the same tropes with you know, an updated camera, but like, you know, 2000 style.
Yeah, but it just had
those
that,
horrors.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like
So like it was dangerously close to being dog shit. Like
Yeah.
all the movies around that time were. So I did.
But, I mean, you
did
have
like
Robert Englund doing great as Freddy Krueger still,
Oh, of course he's
and also like playing it up whenever he's battling Jason. It was entertaining enough to see them go at it. And
I did like that a lot.
yeah, that's the best part of the whole movie.
It was
Yeah, it's almost like watching the Transformers movie. You just want to see the Transformers fight. Like
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about anything else.
No.
And that's kind of how I feel about Freddy versus Jason. Let's see the battle. Let's see it
Yes.
happen.
I
I don't like seeing
trying to
Freddy
think of
Krueger mopey
Yeah.
about the fact that he can't convince these kids to be afraid of him. You know, like I don't like
Yeah,
that.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
He's having nightmare ED. The scene where he's like the shadow and he's like, I've reached my powers. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, he stabs the kid, and you're like, oh no. Like, well, you know, maybe consult your doctor if
Yeah.
Right.
shadows aren't performing quite as.
The last one here is Friday the 13th, 2009. The reboot combines elements of the first 4 films.
I don't know why I thought that this one came after or before Freddy vs. Jason.
No,
Yeah.
2009.
Oh man.
Jason witnesses his mother's death and grows up to become the feared killer of Camp Crystal Lake, where he hunts down a group of young people. And the film reintroduces the classic setting and Jason's origin with a modern twist. I saw this one again this morning, and I still enjoy this one a lot more because its speed runs through the first 3 films for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's one part where he's like running at the girl with that mask on, and then he like it kind of cuts.
Yeah.
And that I like that title card a lot because it was like I thought the movie was like ready to go. Like we are just introducing the title card.
Yeah.
After all that shit happens, which is cool to me, and I think it's Michael Bay. It looks like a Michael Bay movie, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jerry Bruckheimer and Michael Bay. One of those because I know they did Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I liked as well. And then this one as well. And I like this one. I don't know why this one gets a lot of hate, but I liked it. I don't have much emotion or like sacred.
So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, dude, that was sorry not to interrupt you, dude. That was Marcus Nispel. That was the same dude, or at least that's what I'm checking out.
Stuff like who produced it?
Oh, the producer. That was Cunningham, Sean S. Cunningham. Yeah, and Michael Bay. You're right.
Yeah.
Right on.
I told you.
I liked this one a lot too in theaters. It was pretty great.
Yeah, I had a fun time watching the remake. Again, I don't have any sort of like issues with the fact that they remade this movie because the other ones are of their time and they're a little slower paced. This one speeds everything up, and that's what I kind of wanted watching.
Yeah.
So
this one is a little like, well, man, I was really after seeing this expecting more. I was like, awesome, keep doing this shit, and then
Yeah, and then they just stopped completely. Yeah.
Fuck off. And I was like, all right, back to Freddy versus Jason then. Nah.
That's what I was saying. Like when you were doing the rankings of the slashers or the like these particular, I guess, horror icons, it's kind of sad because like he really doesn't get the love that like Michael Myers, even. Well, I would say maybe not even Freddy, because they tried to reboot Freddy too, but that was only one movie as well, right?
Yeah, but that was dog
Yeah,
shit though.
it was
I
really bad.
I'm watching
No,
movie at all.
I know.
Yeah.
Like that just felt like with the same thing with like the only one that's really had any success with like I guess I don't even know if you want to call them what did you call them remakes? His new
The Halloween series?
Halloween, thank you. Halloween series. Oh, I guess not. I guess
No,
they're more
they're
continuations,
continuation
right? Oh,
of
that's
the
true.
first one. So I mean,
Oh, the only one that
Um,
I guess the only one that was remade was the Rob Zombie one, which those were bad.
yeah, and those are terrible.
Yeah.
So,
So all right.
so
Alright.
But
You
there's no
guys-
continuations.
Huh?
There's no continuations of Friday the 13th going on. Like nobody's continuing.
not yet. Well, they were
now.
supposed to do the TV series. The recent
Video games mostly.
Yeah, but
video
that's
games.
true.
Fuck that.
Oh, they're great. Fuck off.
Hey, but they're not. They don't.
But-
They don't continue with the same media that this started with. You know, this is not
No.
film.
I think,
No.
I think you'd like the video game though, Ray.
Everyone says that shit. It's
I
never
think-
gonna work. right?
I don't think you would.
Never gonna
No, Ray.
No, video games-
I know
Ray.
what you would sit through, Ray, not play.
Mind you, I sit there and watch it. I would not play these games.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
No.
Anywho, the time has come, guys. After 1 solid hour of discussing these films, we
All
are
right.
going to actually rank these movies.
Are we going to rank them individually or we're going to rank them as a group? I think.
In
this is the time
we're going to go
that,
one at a time. We're going to start
yeah.
with 12, go to 1, worst to best of the Friday the 13th franchise. And I have to make sure I tell everyone this. These little pictures are color coded. So Roland is green. I am purple. Bryce is blue. So you can review? Oh shit! This hideous fuck.
Wow. Yeah. Put the bag back on, Jason. Better with it. Ooh.
Kramer thing. You're like, look away, I'm hideous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look away.
it's like,
Yeah, I had to take that off to see the.
yeah.
It's gonna be
To see
smaller on that
like
end.
this.
Like we'll be looking at it on this end.
Everything
over
was
here.
burlap colored. I couldn't see.
Burlap colored. So who wants to go first?
I have never done this before, so I have no.
Well, you're just gonna tell me which one's.
Oh,
the-
I can tell you. I thought I was gonna like try to mess with it.
No,
okay,
no,
never
you're gonna tell me,
My
and
bad.
I'm gonna do it. I have full control here.
Full
Oh,
control.
your opinion is gonna be in my hands, kind of, sort of.
So worst.
Oh,
I don't want to go first. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
I'll go.
Ah.
first.
All
You
right,
ready?
man.
I have mine written down here. Mind you, this was even last minute too.
I'm rolling with it, but I'll be fine.
Okay, so my number 12 is Friday the 13th, part 2.
Oh, okay.
That is my worst so far. It's not my favorite. I don't really like it very much
Mm.
because he has that stupid fucking sack on. That's not the reason why.
Really? Yeah.
Tell us how you feel, Ray.
No, I just don't really care for this one that much. It's not the one I go to at all. So, Friday the 13th, part 2 is my least favorite, my number 12.
Yep.
Bryce.
I am going to go with. You know what? I'll say 2 as well.
Damn it. Ah.
Well, you can
yeah.
also not. You can also rank it your least favorite as well. I mean, yeah, 'cause
I am.
I see what you're saying. Like,
it is.
for me,
It is
Yeah.
my absolute least fucking favorite.
Wow.
of all
We're
these.
in a total agreement right now. This is crazy.
Ray, no, it's not. Remember, I think this happened as well in the Halloween movies, and then at one point we just went,
Oh, yeah,
just
we're gonna-
completely scattered.
like at some point for sure. So I'll go with my number 11.
I was going
let's
to
see,
say
what is it?
maybe.
Right.
possibly
number
5.
11.
Take your time. Take your time.
No, I have them all written down here. Like I'm not thinking.
Oh,
of
I meant Reyes. Bryce. Excuse me.
number 5 is. I'm sorry. Number 11 is number 5 for me.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna. I almost picked number 5 for the 12, but I think I may have to be.
Are we agreeing? In agreement
Yeah,
again too?
I was gonna. You know what? Actually,
Hold on.
switch. You know what? Switch. Move 2 up to 11 and give me 5 on 12.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
we're having chaos. Fucking chaos right now. All right.
Yeah, that's more. Yeah, I don't like the kills in 5.
I mean,
Yeah.
one that's cool, but like, is the whenever that guy kills the chocolate man.
Well, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Talking about Jason here, that's a
Yeah.
different story. That's a side story.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
Now, Roland, what's
it's the
number
sub
11?
story that would ended up being the main story. My number 11 is actually part 5 as well. I really didn't like that movie.
Wow. Okay.
It was
I'm
like
shocked.
I got problems with the story itself, like the setting, the characters.
It doesn't have Jason in it. That's why. Like that's a
No,
big reason
yeah.
also. I mean,
Like too much of their bullshit, and they all sucked too. They were supposed to be. I thought there were people there that were like trying to recover from some like different illnesses and things of some sort, and whether they like be physical or like mental, I don't remember which, or if it was a combination of, but like it was just weird because it seemed like a lot of them were acting like they were at like in the other ones where they were at camp, like sex camp or some shit, like like
Well, you know what?
all of them.
You're gonna change again?
No. The other thing I'm gonna no.
It was
I'm
a
sorry.
little strange watching them.
Icon over
Like,
one.
It's too much price.
But-
Don't.
like
No, I just
having that
I wonder,
context.
did they ever explain why they keep having all the kids come back to Camp Crystal Lake? Why don't they just leave the place alone? It's like Camp Livingston in Brownsville. They abandoned that fucking
I don't
place.
know. Yeah, I don't know, man.
First of all, if it had a cooler name,
Well,
maybe they would go
sure.
back. You know.
They need everything they can
Yeah,
get.
that lake was not crystal, man. That was pretty brackish.
No, that lake's dirty, dude. It's just full of like fish poop, and
Yeah, it's
I don't know. It's
no
gross.
one's cleaning it, right? They're just like throwing the kids back
they
at
coulda
Crystal
called
Lake
it
and
like,
not really doing much.
Yeah, all those kids are peeing in it every year.
Camp Quartz Lake or something.
It's just like killing all of the life.
So if you see my pointer, my number 10 is going to be Friday the 13th, the original. Ooh.
Really?
I did it. I did it. I mean, it's whatever, you know, it's not a big deal.
Oh, you're so brave.
I mean, it's all right.
So brave.
I'm doing it. I am brave, you know. I'm at me for this one.
All right. The internet is going to rise up and slap you down like the degenerate you are.
All of our subscribers are going to unsubscribe.
Right. All 2 of them. Oh, no. We need them. We need you. I mean, we
I need you
do.
to keep on going, for God's sakes.
But I'm still going to be a sarcastic bitch about everything. Woo!
I'm sorry, my opinions have caused you such harm.
Yeah.
So, number 5, Bryce, let's go. Do it.
You're probably not gonna like me for this, Ray, but let's go ahead and do the 2009 at 10.
Oh shit.
Sorry, guys.
Oh god, you're never gonna be on this podcast again.
Yeah, we can't be friends anymore. What?
Standards we're keeping here, maybe.
We can't be friends, and you 2 are no longer allowed to associate either.
You guys are supposed to agree with me. That was the agreement. Being on the
Exactly.
That was the contract.
You're breaking the rules.
Roland, what's your number 10?
I was trying to remember. Like I already said, part 3, which was the 3D one, right?
You haven't
Or
said
did
part
I?
3 yet.
Oh no, I haven't. Okay,
You're probably on part 1 and part
that's right.
part 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go with part 3 then, the 3D one, because it was just really dumb. Although, like, so no, that's what I'm gonna go with. I was just thinking, like, it's the historic one that introduced the mask, but then I was like, oh, but I hate Shelley so much.
Shelley sucks.
Shelley sucks so much. His character is just so weird.
He sucks. Like I felt bad for him because he didn't get laid. He didn't do it. He didn't. Did he really
say,
like?
Ray? Are
He
you
feels bad for himself for being an asshole. Or
were you were you the guy in high school? We're like, guys, I'm clowning around.
But he says that like after he like takes a shit on like the
No, but
teacher's
he's-
desk or something.
And
You know,
look, I'm
Yeah.
being
just
nice,
a joke,
Bryce,
guys.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a pathetic character, you know.
Yeah, and
And I
he
feel
also
sad that
he's
he's fucking, like-
self-loathing, but he's also like he uses it as a defense
Well, who's
for being like an annoying
well,
shit.
you know what? That's
He's,
kind of
he's
true, man.
annoying
Because
shit, right?
who's more pathetic though, him
Yeah.
or the guy that's Crispin? I don't.
Oh.
I'm sorry, the
Crispin
guy who's
Glover?
Crispin. No, not Crispin Glover's friend.
The one that calls him the dead
The
fuck.
dead fuck? Yeah, that guy's more.
That guy's a
that
huge
guy's
dick
pretty pathetic.
as well.
Yeah,
He thinks he's, the problem with him is he thinks he's cool, but
So
Yeah.
like I think I had a note here about this movie about how like everybody in this movie being shitty, like
Which
as a
one?
person.
Part 3.
Yeah, like they're all kind of shitty people.
He's talking about part 3.
oh, part 3. Oh, okay.
Part 3, yeah. Like I think Shelley was kind of a crap, person.
I did want to
and,
bring
like,
this up. Is that like whenever Shelly, that girl finds Shelly dead,
yeah,
like the acting is so bad in that one,
Yeah.
where she's like, Shelly, oh my
Shelley.
god,
Oh my, yeah.
Shelley,
Oh man.
Shelly.
she sound like
Yeah.
like fucking
It
what the hell
reminded
is
me
it?
whenever you did
Stan
the
from,
fucking, voice from the
no,
Crow,
it's-
like, yo, Shelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Shelly.
I was thinking
go,
of
oh my God,
Randy.
Shelly.
I was thinking of Randy from
Hey.
South Park when he's talking to his daughter, Shelly, Shelly, and like he sounds like such a dumbass.
So I'm gonna
Four's not that much better.
I'm gonna go with number
acting.
9, and it's gonna be number 7. I know, it's so crazy. I'm not too fond of telekinetic girl, you know.
What do you? I was about to say like, what are you doing your Buffalo Bill voice for accent? Oh, it's so crazy.
Come on, Ray.
Hold on,
You know
which
the way
one
she
is
was
it?
hosing him down with the gas can?
Lotion.
Wait a minute. Is 2 the one with the guy in the wheelchair? Yes. Oh, I thought that was like one of
Oh.
your favorite kills, dude.
But that
That's-
doesn't save the whole movie.
Hey, yeah. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. How dare you? The
like,
kills are hilarious.
That is one of my favorite
That is
kills, but that
the
is
best
the
point.
whole fucking movie.
I
Like,
know.
at all.
It's one of the best kills, and it's also one of the best like recaps or whatever in the next movie.
Yes.
Like right as the intro for the movie.
That's
Yeah,
great. It's
well,
because when they
that's-
recap it, they
Well, that's-
show that
that's-
asshole going down the stairs.
That's
you
what
know?
this
And
franchise is famous for, though. Like
The
the
recaps?
first quarters of the movie is all recap.
I mean, it's not
You
the
say-
quarter. but it's-
Yeah,
it's a good
fine,
portion. It's a good
dude.
That's
portion.
true. But this one was like a recap of all the kills, as opposed to
Right.
like the original story where it's like, oh, what happened to Jason or whatever.
Yeah.
My favorite though was still when they were like almost like straight up fourth wall date or whatever with the 007 intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that was Jason Lives or Jason. Fuck,
No,
which one
that
was
was part 4, isn't it?
That was
part 5,
I think it might have been part 5.
part 6. No, it's part 6. I think after he gets resurrected,
Oh,
they show him walking into the
yes.
bullseye thing.
Yeah, that's so part 6. It was Jason Lives.
Yeah.
Is Jason Goes to Hell the one where they have the narrator?
I think so.
yeah. I think
Yes.
so.
And
Yeah, because there isn't
he killed him, but he
ever a narrator. Yeah.
Bryce, you're number 9.
What did you pick, Ray? 7?
I picked number 7 as my number 9.
7. That was.
That was the New Beginning. No, that was
That's New Blood.
New Blood. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. I don't know, man.
What are you gonna do, Bryce? What are you gonna do?
I kind of do like Psychic Power Girl, but it's not my favorite. Yeah, go ahead and put 9 there. I'm gonna do the psychic guy, psychic chick. Sorry, not guy. Psychic.
7.
There it is.
7 for 9.
Right.
Oh,
9.
I hate to agree with you, Ray, but and I don't hate to agree with you at all, Bryce, because you're a sensible, reasonable person.
I appreciate that.
Fuck you.
Ray's just a bitch. I would, yeah. See, I don't even need to. Ray understands.
Hey, realistically,
Unanimous.
Nice. There's so many subtle onion layers to that.
yeah.
Very good reference.
You gotta have a button on the soundboard. Man.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah.
This one kind of had, I think, kind of maybe one of the dumber soundtracks to it, because it's a lot of like they're banging on like drums or something, or like getting like rattling some chains or something like for the theme song.
Were you in the studio or something?
Yeah, you know all the insider secrets.
You're in the studio like talking.
No, man, it sounded like that's what it sounded like to me. That's all. Like
Maybe
it was just weird.
That sounds very.
Oh, that would be funny.
Roland was in there.
That would be awesome. Then
the chains on the drums. Like,
no, he had like a aluminum trash can. He's like,
yeah. Oh, you mean they got the people from Stomp to do the?
Yeah, right.
I mean, part 7 is the one that like. There's like so much fun shit about it though. Were we trying to remember any of the kills?
Not yet. We're gonna kind of just casually talk about them after we.
All right.
So my number 8 is going to be. I'm sorry, Roland, but it's Jason X.
This mother lover.
Jason X is number 8 for me. Even though Cronenberg comes out and gets killed in the very beginning.
Yes.
That
iconic, man.
Yeah, he's an iconic character. He's an iconic director, and he
comes in there and
wanted to be in this movie because he wanted to get killed. So I mean,
that's why he did it, or like that was the only reason why he was.
He should have introduced his directorial debut on it though. A bunch of body horror.
Man, that would have been nuts. Imagine.
Oh my God. Well, I guess in a way, I mean,
the girl gets frozen. She like
yes, but also he becomes a new he transcends his.
Oh,
stop reading too much into the goddamn movie. Bryce, you're number 8.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, take your time, Ray. Don't be a puta.
Call me a puta.
No, because see, I kind of actually like Jason X quite a bit, but I don't know, man. Freddy vs. Jason's pretty good, so I really can't.
Yep.
And everyone's gonna hate me for this, but Manhattan's kind of my.
Really? Yeah.
Of my jam, you know, the campiness.
You're gonna get us shut down, FBI, if you're listening.
Which ones have I not?
StreamYard's gonna cut us off, like
right.
Like these motherfuckers have no.
They're gonna send us a bill for their free service.
Damn, dude. I guess. Have I picked 6 yet? Did I do 6?
No, I don't think so. No. Bryce, you have gone for number 7, the remake, number 2, and number 5.
Nobody. I don't think anybody's picked 6 yet.
Man. Yeah.
Good Lord.
I'm good. I'm telling you. Well, some of my top ones are probably gonna be a little controversial, but I don't.
Oh,
I mean, that's what this is all about. All right. Roland, you're number 8.
I haven't mentioned that one, but damn it.
Man, you guys really like the remake. Where do you? Oh.
Yeah.
I'll put that up there, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be your number 1.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I'm not letting you see my list. All right, it's written down here. It's not. That's
hiding it.
I'm not gonna let you see the rest of my list. All right, I have it written down.
Secret.
Damn. All right.
Roland.
I'm trying to think here. I already mentioned part 4, right? No, final chapter.
No,
final chapter. Yeah, I think that's gonna.
So final chapter for you.
Yeah, I think part 4 was the one I'm gonna go.
All right.
Legends. Wait, hold up. Let me just triple check. because I think I might have made a slight mistake. Shit. So, final chapter is the one about
Careful, Roland. You know how he is about having to change things.
But I think I did that to him last time too, or like we changed it or something. Like I know we shifted him around at the end as well. I feel like yeah, we did actually. I wanted to switch my 11th pick, part 5.
Whoa, that was really.
Yeah. Like I jumped back for some reason.
You know how many turns of the scroll wheel he's got to do for that?
I'm already on 5, you fuck. You see this, Roland? It's all you.
Oh no, he's gonna cramp.
Tell me.
So I wanted to switch part 5 on number 11. That was actually supposed to be my 8, and the 11 was supposed to be part 4. I think was what I was looking at.
All right, well there it is.
Hold up, let me just. I don't know. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it was. Part 5, final chapter. Yeah, my bad.
All right, my number 7 is part 3. There's a lot of images I do like about part 3. Whenever it gets clapped in the head with the machete.
Yeah,
that I think it's funny.
Yeah,
it was.
I find it hilarious whenever the gentleman who was knocked out in the barn tries to come to someone's rescue and immediately gets killed. That's
yes, funny. After he was supposed to have already been dead.
Exactly.
I still. Don't you love it whenever he like cuts one of their throats with the back of the machete?
Yeah,
real slow too.
It does have a few kills that I enjoy. You know, the harpoon. You know, because of the whole 3D thing. The little eye, the stupid eye.
Yeah, that I would have. See, that's what I mean, though, man. Right? I would have fucking liked to have seen that.
But I mean, mind you, you're gonna see it in like the worst possible 3D, which is the blue and red.
Yeah,
eyeglasses.
Have they not made have they not remastered it to do like 3D TVs?
So there were 3D TVs for a time. I don't know that like that's still a thing. Like, but with the black glasses, you know.
Let me tell you, if you haven't seen a 3D in the old school way with the red and blue, have you?
I have, yes.
I have.
The last movie I saw like that was Freddy's Dead.
Oh, cool.
Right? Which was cool because I mean, in the fucking movie, she.
How did you see anything, Ray?
Well, no.
Oh, just because it's the colored lenses.
Right, I didn't have glasses at the time.
Not the. Oh no shit. Okay.
I remember the instructions are like, I was reading it like so carefully. It said, when she puts on the glasses, put on the glasses. So I was just like,
I would have loved
whenever
to see
that happened, I was
Jaws
like,
3D. That would have been great.
It was fun.
I would have loved seeing the 3D Jaws, but
that would have been cool.
Yeah.
I'll be look, guys. I was actually pretty bougie at one point. I did have a 3D TV. Yeah, and we had the glasses, and I bought. There was like this old like 1950s movie or something. It was called The Skull or something like that, and it was like one of the first 3D movies ever made. And they had reproduced it. I bought it. It was pretty cool. Like I felt like an asshole though. I was like standing there at the TV. I was standing. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I mean, the thing is, it's such a gimmick. You never like use it. It's ridiculous. But anyways, I am curious if they have ever redone the.
I don't. I have
Jason 3
in like a 4K.
Yeah,
but it's just what it is. You know, it's not. I mean, I would like to own the whole series in a 4K kind of thing, like a steelbook.
Yeah.
Because the ones I have in steelbook, I believe is part 3 and part 6.
Oh, okay.
Which I mean, it's just
part 6.
But like, yeah. But Bryce, you're number 7.
I'm going 3 as well, man.
All right.
I do like some of the kills on there. Yes, the harpoon. I believe this is also the one with one of my favorite kills, the handstand split.
Oh, the wishbone.
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just making it up. But that's what I called it.
he like double hands the machete.
You know,
too.
I'll say that's a cool
He's never-
shot though. Like where
Yeah.
he's just like this.
Oh, up from the bottom,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
he chops, and then he like drops towards the camera.
Yeah, but it almost like the thing bounced off his crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. And also he double hand. I don't think I've ever seen Jason double hand anything. He's like
Nope.
there. He's like
What is
He really wants to get
just the spears. The
what does his
spears.
inner monologue sound like? He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get your balls."
Yeah. Oh, he has no idea.
You're gonna get another shot like this.
Just,
I'm gonna make
he's
sure.
just giggling to himself the whole time.
You get someone like Damian Leone on that, like you're gonna see like the machete hit and
Yeah.
the balls go
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
fucking explode.
Yeah, they come out of the sack.
No, that would have been if it was Michael Bay. It would have been like
No.
explosions.
Wait,
and shit, no?
Explosions? Like,
No, right?
Yeah, those balls would have been dynamite.
Yeah.
Just like fire shooting out of his ass.
Roland, you're number 7.
Probably. So I was looking at this, and I think I'm down to. I think I'm down to part 1 for my pick now.
Okay, so you're gonna put part 1 up here,
Yeah,
number 7. Okay.
yeah. Let's see.
Uh,
What do we got left? We have Jason Goes to Hell. I got Jason X. I got Jason Goes to Manhattan. Got the remake. Got.
well, I mean, if you look at the screen, Roland, you can see
I'm
you're all
that-
green right there. So
I'm looking. I'm looking at the ones that are left. Excuse me.
right. But I'm just telling you what you can see, what you have already.
Mm-hmm.
Not picked one yet.
No, you haven't.
No, you hadn't either.
You love it. You fucking love it.
Man, damn it, no. Well,
Yeah.
sorry, I gotta, man. Can you put 1 on 7 for me?
1 on
No.
7, 3?
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
trying. You're copying me now. Come on.
No, I'm sorry.
I got to change my mind because I'm special.
You gotta make Ray work.
That's true.
Fingers, dude.
You just gotta burn those
I like
calories.
you.
Flex those fingers.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there were,
'Cause I do like 3.
I
but-
picked 1 already, so like that was
Yeah, that was pretty early.
Yeah, that was man. But
Which one was
my number-
one? Your
my number 6 is Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
man, I'm kind of going like
think
midway.
that's-
I
I
mean,
think that's about where I
Oh.
figured that one would have sat with you.
yeah.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too great, but like
I was
it
telling Bryce, I go, I feel like
winch.
they couldn't decide what the young Jason was supposed to look like because there's various visions of him, and some he has
I-
hair and he looks like Sloth with hair from the Goonies.
I like the GQ
He's
Jason,
like-
right?
Like he pops out, he's like Baby Ruth, you know,
I-
that kind of shit.
No, that dude. I
Is
like
that what
I
happens?
like the GQ Jason. You know, if he's like this, he's pretty damn handsome. But you just
Oh, it's
You
his
know?
side profile, and then that's where it all goes to shit. Uh-oh. Think we crashed. Or did I crash?
No, we're all right.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
Your screen, I guess, froze on my end. I don't know if mine did for you guys. Or like the
Yeah,
audio.
a little bit, but it's all right.
we can hear you and see you.
Yeah, we see
okay.
fine. Nothing happened on our end.
Yeah.
This is the issues with the live stream. You know, you do what you can.
Oh, okay.
Bryce, what's your number 6?
It's gonna be 3 for me, man. 4 number 6. Yep. I wanted
Number
to
3.
bump up. Yeah,
The first one.
3. No, I wanted to bump up 3.
I mean,
Alright.
I like 3 better than 1, but I don't hate 1 as much as Ray does.
I don't think any of us do, apparently.
So Roland, what's your number 6?
I was trying to decide between the remake and Manhattan. Manhattan had a lot of fun in it, but it was also really dumb when I didn't like his face under the mask in that one. It just looked like
You didn't
low
look as
effort.
handsome as I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, he should have looked way hotter. That's the problem with it that I have with
he's
that.
in New
So
York, you know?
Yeah.
actually, no. So like, was it the one before that one with the psycho power girl?
That's part
That's
7, yeah.
Yeah. So like in part 7, his like his figure looks cool, where you can see like part of the like his skeleton or whatever, or was that in the next one where they started doing that one? I think it was
It was
in
the next one
7.
because like
You think it was the next one? Fuck.
in part 8 he
That's where he has the Muppet mouth or
he's been
whatever.
in the water more, like he's had more time in the water and stuff like
Yeah.
that. He comes back and he's
I
more.
think it's
screwed up
I
and
think
stuff.
yeah, you're right. Then that one, like in man, he looks really cool.
So which one do you
And
want?
yeah, I'm gonna go with Manhattan as my number 6.
Okay.
Because yeah, I didn't really like the way his mask looked on that one.
All right, we're in the top 5 now, gentlemen. Let's
Yeah.
see what we got here. So my number 5
All right. Moment of truth here.
is Freddy versus Jason.
Hmm.
It's a midpoint for me. I like it. It's of its time, and it's kind of like one of the ones I saw in theater for the first time.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed myself because I love Freddy, and Freddy Jason battle can't really hurt too much.
Mhm.
I did enjoy the
Intro.
no.
What? I did.
I enjoyed like the stars, like
I was
the
gonna say the
Jennifer,
soundtrack.
Jennifer, is it what's that girl's name? Monica McKeon. I don't know, but the girl that comes out, she's like the star of it. I liked her,
Oh,
like she was like in Dawson's Creek and shit like that. So it was at the
yeah.
right time. So
mhm.
Weren't
yeah, I watched Dawson's
weren't
Creek.
most of the characters in this from like
Right. Also film breasts, dude.
those kinds of
To be honest.
Eh,
Ray, our viewers are
right, yeah. Bryce, what's your number 5?
Ooh, damn, I don't know. Jason X for me, man. It's
Jason X, all right.
yeah.
Hmm.
Ooh, I don't know.
Come on, man.
Wow, you sound like Jason right now too. Ha!
Damn.
You'll be on record forever, and you'll be ridiculed for the rest of your life.
Right.
All right.
Shame this man.
Damn. All right. Controversial time, but let's go ahead and put 4 on. Is that 4? I got 4.
4?
What is that?
I don't know. 6.
This one right here.
No.
this
The one in
one.
the middle there.
This one. This is part. This is part 4.
Yeah. All right. Put 4 there. I do like the kills and effects in that. I like seeing Crispin Glover getting a cleaver to his face.
Wait.
I also like too where I don't know if you catch this, it's funny, but he says something about, I guess I'm a rat. And I was like, Willard?
Eventually, yeah, sure.
He knew he was gonna be that guy. I like the kills in 4.
Okay, all right.
I like they did a really good job with the effects.
Roland, you're up.
In 4.
You're number 5 now.
Okay.
What's your number 5? Give it to me.
Let's see. I already done that one. Yes. So I've got that one.
The machete to the face too.
Trying to see the damn screen. Which ones do I have left?
Roland.
I have the remake.
You have
Which one?
6.
Awesome.
You have the remake.
Yeah.
You have Freddy, Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason X.
What was the first one? I didn't hear you.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. I just wanted you to say that. Sorry, not sorry. So getting down to these ones, I do want to mix in a little bit of the appropriate historical importance of Freddy versus Jason, and Jason Goes to Hell. Dichotomy. I need to just bounce around in my head a minute. Excuse me. So, yeah, my next one would probably would be Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, okay, all right. All right.
I was thinking I would go with Jason X and put Jason Goes to Hell above that, but I really like compared to the two, I've seen Jason X a lot more.
Shit, man. Oh shit.
And I love the trash of it. But like that one I don't know about you guys, but don't you think that like Jason Goes to Hell was probably aired the least amount on TV? I feel like I saw that one the least.
Yeah,
I saw like I feel like it
I
got
didn't.
forgotten for a long time. Like
It-
I don't recall seeing it until like I had to actually search for it.
Well, like on HBO and like
Yeah,
Cinemax, they would
like for instance,
Showtime.
like it's not technically streaming for free anywhere.
No,
I saw that you still have to rent the fucking thing on Prime, and but
fuck that, just buy it.
It was like $3.99 to rent and $4.99 to purchase, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy it.
Oh
Like,
yeah, exactly.
So I can rent it indefinitely until they decide I can't rent it anymore and they take it off their service. So
I feel like
go
before like after Jason Goes to Hell or whatever was kind of like when the parody of like this whole series like decided to, you know, jump the shark kind of thing, like at that point, because that was when we had, you know, Jason X and then fucking Freddy versus Jason, and I forget what other ridiculous bullshit by that point. I think that was kind of it. Yeah, well, it actually no, it started with Manhattan, but like I think by the point of Jason Goes to Hell, it was just like, all right, where do we go now? All right, let's go to space. Okay.
Yeah, I mean
so that's the way I feel about it.
Progression of these movies. I mean, you had Leprechaun went to space.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that one. I never did.
Someone proposed on Instagram that Art is going to go to space in part 4. Like
that might be worth watching.
You know,
interesting.
But I mean, that's just like a fan theory.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with my number 4, and my number 4, according to what I have here, is Jason Goes to Hell. I actually quite enjoyed Jason Goes to Hell more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I saw it, and I'm glad I technically rent it indefinitely now. It's to me, it's my Halloween 6 rolling. I feel, you know, it has more lore and not much Jason in it. And we do have that scene, which is not as iconic as it probably should be. You have the hand of Freddy coming up,
grabbing Jason's
I only
face.
heard it rumors because I never saw it in theaters. And I was just like, "Oh, look at Freddy coming!"
You got me.
So I've only appreciated this movie more now than I did when I was younger. So
yeah, when I was a kid, the whole Jason coming, or not Jason, but Freddy coming out, I would always hear all the kids like, "Oh yeah, he comes, he takes him down to hell," and I was like, so in my mind as a kid, I never got to see it till later that I thought, you know, he was gonna like come out, like pull him down in the pit, but it was just like the fucking glove come out and the mask. Like, that was bullshit.
I mean, it can kind of be a I imagine, but
no, I mean,
it was I liked it. I thought like I was gonna expect more, but I was like, no. Then doesn't like Freddy laugh at the end or something too?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But it was a hint that the Freddy vs. Jason that was coming later.
Yeah, but that didn't come to
much later. But
much later. Yeah. Number 4. Come on now, Ron. What are you eating, bro?
Cereal bar. Strawberry.
Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. This is hard, man, because there's a couple like dude, I guess I guess I'm gonna have to go Manhattan, because if I go any higher, people are gonna probably try to hang me and shit. But I like this movie. It was fucking goofy as shit, and I enjoyed it, man. I don't know what it was. I like it. I like the mask coming off and his weird, like, I don't know what. I don't even know how to explain it. Like a bad crude drawing face, but I like the guy's head off, because you knew that was inevitably coming. It was just
that was
boxing guy.
Man, that was just such a long scene too. It was, how long was it? Like 3 minutes of him just like,
I know, but
doing the Bruce Lee. and then Jason just like
Knocks his
uppercut slaps his head off into the trash can.
You know, I was like watching. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna like. I kept thinking, oh, he's gonna try to like knock him off the roof. Like that's what he's trying to do. That makes sense. And no, he
knock his fucking head off, man.
He gets tired, and the guy knocks it off. And Jason knocks.
All right, Roland, what's your number 4?
I have Jason X. I have the remake, Freddy versus Jason, and which one is left? Jason Lives. Did I already pick that one?
Jason Lives. Yeah,
that's gonna be my next, my number 4. Jason Lives.
All right.
I really liked that one because it was again like the start of the Hulk Jason, right?
The brute force Jason.
The Frankensteiner. Fuck yeah. He's just fucking
guys, you know.
It's just yeah. It's cool. That's also like, I mean, everything about like this series at that point just changes. The scoring, like the way the sound effects for everything go. You hear him stomping around fucking heavily and shit. He stops like flinching at things. He stops for the most part doing like a lot of the noises, but then it does get kind of like in Manhattan, where he straight up does like a baby screech or some shit, and then like he does have a baby's voice too, actually a kid's voice at the end where he's like mama, and then but it's like that weird torn up like.
But is he a kid or is he actually Jason though?
He's a kid.
What do you mean?
Well, if you want to get technical, it's
wasn't he an adult like by that point?
That's when he's his most bitchiness, when he's in the Freddy's world. He's all like,
oh yeah. And Freddy just, of course, like stabs him,
torturing a mentally handicapped child.
Yeah,
it's completely on brand for him.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like watching him do it, I was like, oh, this is the one thing that they could completely fuck over Jason with, and that is to say that like he's at heart or at his core a child, an abused child, and against a child abuser. What the fuck? Like, yeah,
I guess it's true. Yeah.
And then like they sort of take, and I think that's even that was occurring to me now, that, like that's a trope where the abuser becomes like they overcompensate by becoming buff as fuck and then turn around and like become a goddamn Hulk. And in this case, like
these new alpha males that come around, like that's what's going on.
Oh nah, those are some sort of like overcompensating incels or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Man, that's all natural. Jason didn't. You think Jason was working out underwater and shit or what?
Oh, he was taking like undead, like demon roids or whatever he got from hell.
Like he was picking up that fucking rock.
Yeah,
yeah. He was eating his Satan Wheaties. His Devilos. Yeah, there we go.
All right, I'm gonna go with my number 3, and I was gonna say this: like when we get to 2 and 1. We're just gonna like go and like name them. We're not gonna like wait and take turns. We're just gonna go for it after number 3. But my number 3 is number 6.
6.
Number 4. Sorry, no, number 6. Sorry. Wait, sorry, wrong one.
Well, slow down.
I was getting the wrong picture here. That one's it right there.
So your number 3 is Jason Lives, huh?
My number 3 is Jason Lives. I enjoy this one a lot. I think I've seen this one the most.
Cool.
I think I had seen that piggybacking off the same guy. I forget I'm sorry, I forget his name, but the guy that comes out in Return of the Living Dead 1 and 2. I've always, anytime I saw him, I was just like, oh yeah, like I like this movie. It just seems like it was a fun movie. I love the intro, especially like whenever he like escapes and then he does that turn.
Yeah, they're right into the camera.
It's a fun intro, and I really like it a lot. But yeah, and this kind of like
you turn into a Seinfeld character when you defend yourself. It's fun. It's
fun. What do you want?
It's fun. I really like this one a lot, and I've seen this probably the most, and it's the one I revisit. Not obviously the most, but it's one of the top ones that I do revisit frequently. So number 3 for you, Bryce. Go.
Okay. Jason X.
Jason.
All right.
Jason.
Aw.
Yeah, Jason X. Honestly, okay.
You have to defend
Probably
yourself on this
because,
one? You're gonna defend yourself on this one?
No, but only because, okay.
No,
look,
what do you
probably
mean?
what I've seen the most, honestly,
How
is
dare you, Ray?
all the fucking times it come out on sci-fi, and I love that. I was absolutely done this fucking movie.
Leave the man alone. Respect his decisions, you whore.
It's great, man. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't tell you.
That's fine. I mean, like, it's got Cronenberg. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Like, he's a fan of Jason. Come on. Roland, you're number 3.
Also, Jason X.
Oh, here we go.
What? Like I said, Bryce, I knew we could be friends.
I love Jason X.
Ray, we're
Jason.
you
Come on, dude.
friendly.
Yeah. All right.
Cyber Jason, man, come
For
on.
the last two,
Fucking hilarious.
for the last two, we're just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna tell you right now. Number 2 is the remake,
Oh wow.
Yep.
Oh,
and number 1 is Part 4.
Wow.
Part 4, really?
I really like the introduction of Tommy Jarvis and Corey Feldman and all that kind of stuff. And of course, he's a character that makes masks.
You know,
Who he makes things that I fear the most.
Yeah.
watching all of these, when I came to rewatching this one, like I immediately thought, I was like, oh, there are a lot of things about this one that fucking raised like love, and then fucking Corey Feldman being in here as well.
The fucking Corey Feldman, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, like, who Corey Feldman in the 80s, like,
but the thing, yeah, exactly, like
Gremlins.
yeah,
I don't know what else.
he's
Well,
He's a star. He's a star.
he
But
does a good job.
Legend has it that they were gonna make Sloth Jason.
he's
all
Chunk comes at the end. He's like, "You're gonna live with me now." She's like, "I'm gonna take care of it." But look, I the most memorable part for me is the ending. You know, when he shaves his head and stuff like that. I like that. I like that whole ending.
You like the shaved head?
It doesn't make sense to me, but I enjoyed it. I feel like it. Oh, the whole killing, whenever he like slides on the fucking machete, Jason.
I do like
that's really cool. And
that
then,
was a good part. Yeah,
I do like the fact that it took a child to like really give it into Jason. You know, like he didn't hold back. He just went fucking.
I mean, watching this movie, to me, this was like horror Goonies or whatever, seeing Corey Feldman in there, and then like again with the effects, only this was a lot murderier with the horror stuff, you know.
Right.
And so
I need to make a quick defense of like the remake. I saw this in theaters. I really enjoyed it. I wish they were gonna make continue on with more, but they didn't. I don't mind that this is a standalone because I just feel it's fun. There's a fun kills.
Wow.
It really goes heavy on the tropes whenever like they're having sex or doing drugs and all that kind of stuff. And I think one of my fun kills in this one, and I remember being in theater for this one again. Why it has a good moment or memory for me. Whenever I was watching the theater and the main bad guy, the blonde guy, gets like dragged, he gets thrown on the truck, and he's like,
he gets like spear dragged by the trailer.
The truck goes off. Everyone in the theater fucking cheered because that guy was shit, and everyone was glad that he fucking died, as did I.
I thought,
and there was
I saw number 4 in theaters.
Yeah,
no, I'm talking about the remake.
He's talking about the remake, dude.
Remake. Oh, sorry.
And that singer at the time, I think it was Willa Ford. She came out in this. She was a girl who gets jammed up in the lake whenever he stabs her to the.
That's one of my favorites. I really like that one because it's just like so harsh and just sudden. She's just there like, oh, I'm hiding, and then poof, fucking.
And that one guy who's in the boat, he's just like, yeah, and get smacked by a fucking arrow, like, and he dies, hits Willa Ford in the fucking face, and she's just like, oh god, whatever. I enjoy the movie. I think it's fun. I know the guy from Supernatural comes out. I wasn't familiar.
Oh, Jared Padalecki. Yeah.
Whatever that guy is.
Does he get killed?
No. Like one of the Someone
He gets away. No, I forgot.
Part 4 is goated. I agree with you. Yes, that is true. That is correct, sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this demonic taint. That's
Thank you.
yes. My favorite.
Taint a good opinion.
Bryce, 2 and 1. Go for it. Right.
Oh,
This is
shit.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oof. Okay, number
You're on
2,
it.
Freddy vs. Jason, and number 1, Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh shit.
So
Number
that's your
1.
favorite.
It was pretty. I hadn't seen it in such a long time, and I gotta tell you, after rewatching it, I really enjoyed the shit out of it.
All right.
I want to watch it again. I just haven't gotten too many chances to watch that one over, and I really need to give it some more time.
All right, Roland.
Cook.
Let's do it.
Yeah, if
We're on
anyone
your
doesn't have
last
the
I
two.
mean, easy mode here. My 2 is, it's the remake, which I don't give a shit if anybody cared for it or not. I thought it was cool. I could check it out in theaters. As much as I enjoyed most of like the slapstick ridiculous kills of Jason, I enjoyed this one like when with more toned down humor and more of like back to like just him freaking people the hell out. And yeah, like I don't know, I enjoyed it. But my favorite out of all of these is still going to be Freddy versus Jason because it's just so goddamn over the top in every aspect. I mean, the fights are cool, the kills are awesome.
You like the new metal soundtrack that they start busting out on this?
Yeah, the soundtrack is hilarious. It was one of Robert Englund's even last performances as Freddy.
Yep.
This movie was made for a new metal soundtrack.
Then he would go on,
yeah,
to be in Zombie Strippers.
Yeah. I really I don't make any defenses for Freddy versus Jason. It's a stupid movie.
I love all the and
I just love it.
Tell you, I do also like.
It's got everything I want.
All the all the I like the extended lore of Freddy, like the Hanopsis or the Hanopsil or what was it, the pills and all that. And I like how he's like
Rohypnol.
Yeah, basically. And I like how I like
Rohypnol.
that scene. And I'm telling you, man, this is such a of its time shot, but where they go down the hallway and all the people are all like, the thing with the eyes and all.
And then that was a cool shot.
Yeah, but it's like that's such that time. I don't know what
it
about
was
that fucking scene. Like this is
right. Yeah. Where
it could have been a Korn music video, honestly.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
that's true. As much as I like seeing that, I was also just like, oh, this is like every shitty, like, well, not shitty, but like, I play a lot of horror games, and so like that kind of shit is very cheeseball. I don't know. Anytime you walk in to an area and you see bodies everywhere, like, okay, are they gonna sit up? Are they gonna talk? Are they gonna dance? You're like, what's gonna happen here? Oh, nothing. Well, this sucks. Fuck off.
And I like how they kind of vary the styles of the fighting styles. Like, of course, obviously Jason's gonna be like the tank guy, and then
Freddy's trying to Bruce Lee him and shit.
Yeah, he's gonna be the rogue. He's got to be like all the nimble.
Yeah, he's like trying to backstab him or whatever, and like Jason just turns around him.
He is doing the fuck.
Yeah, he's literally doing that shit. I think at one point, like Jason just rips his arm off.
But he even does the thing where he goes up and he's like, you like fucking elbows.
Dude,
Jason,
that's right. He does an elbow drop. That's right. He does like the jump.
Like when in the fuck did we ever see Robert Englund or like Freddy in that case? Like,
never.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's like chaining at the post.
I thought it was such a cool like example of just how fucking crazy strong Jason is when he like slams Freddy through the house.
Yeah.
Like he it was funny because Jason always loves throwing people through windows.
Yeah.
This was just like a tribute to how pissed off he was that like he threw him halfway through the window and then just like fucking walked through the house with him. And I don't know, I just thought that was awesome. And then the flaming machete too, man. I was like, oh,
yeah,
I haven't seen or really thought of anything that cool since like
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh, that's right. Winnie the Pooh 2, baby. That fucking flaming chainsaw. Even though like it was kind of a dumb scene when they used it in that movie, it was still a cool idea, and I don't give a fuck. It looked awesome in like the intros and in the posters.
Well, let's not forget the when he's in the Nightmare World and Freddy's using like a pinball machine. He's like,
Oh gosh.
beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, tilt. Because you
So
what the fuck?
dumb.
Yeah,
dude.
that's the equivalent of like you forgot about the power glove.
Yeah.
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 Oh man.
So, guys, are you happy with your list?
Yeah.
Are you content with it?
So if I was gonna change something, I'm not gonna this time, but like maybe somewhere down the line, if I was gonna think about something, it would probably be about Jason Goes to Hell.
All right.
Possibly.
Yeah, I might bring Jason Lives up more too, honestly, but pretty content, I guess.
I mean, because really, if I wanted to like appreciate this properly, like I could obviously do something with Jason X, but no. For the most part, like, nah, that was just my exposure to Jason, pretty much. Like, if I wanted to become a true connoisseur, I guess I probably have to work at it a little more.
Yeah.
All right. We're getting close to time where we're gonna sign off. Give me 3 of your favorite kills. Just 3. Off the bat, right? Instinctually, what do you think? Off the top of your head, Bryce.
Oh man. Number 1's probably the testicle split. the chop down the middle where the guy's doing the handstand. I like that one a lot. Meat cleaver to Crispin Glover's face. I just like the effect of it. It was good. I mean, it wasn't overly
What
gory.
about when he turned him, like he crucified him later?
Was he? Yeah. Well, damn it.
That was him, right?
I want to talk about that. It's funny how like they make him like a mindless killer, but like there's times where he like stages the body.
He uses people as jump scares, right? Or he fucking throws them through windows and shit. Like, yeah.
And well, I guess my third one, even though it's absolutely ridiculous, I do like the hit knock off when he punches the boxer.
That one was pretty fucking funny, dude.
But I like it for the comedic effect. That's what
you racist! How dare you?
Say,
hey,
you're gonna sit there and take that.
You know what? That's probably the only black guy he's killed in the whole franchise.
No. What about Demon?
Remember he kills the guy in the...
shit, that's right. Oh,
how could you? How?
He kills DJ.
He kills Demon. Yeah, and I was gonna say like
oh yeah, that's right. Fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, DJ from Street Fighter.
But
he also kills the couple, the black couple that was banging in the van.
That's Demon.
Yeah,
and that dude walks out and
I know.
No,
I forgot his name.
Yeah, it's true. The toilet.
I'll give you my 3. That way, Roland can spend a little more time on his because I know he's thinking right now.
Yeah.
Mine, I would agree with you, Bryce. The first one.
Yeah.
The
way it's shot is great.
It's really cool.
You're probably gonna do the Kevin Bacon knife.
No.
The one where the guy gets stabbed in the dick and like lifted or whatever.
No. You're thinking that part 6, I think.
I think that was it.
No. The second one is gonna be the wheelchair.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And number 1 is gonna be from I believe it's Jason Goes to Hell where the guy melts.
Oh,
that was cool.
That was cool. So those are my top 3. Roland, what about you? Top 3 kills.
Oh man, that's rough. I have so many favorites.
You have like
God damn it. So the easiest one that I'm gonna think of off the top of my head, because I wrote it down here somewhere. It's the one with the fucking the sheriff that gets killed. I think
it's like folded in half or some shit.
Yeah, he gets wishboned like backwards.
Shit, I forgot about that one.
Because like I think that's what I was gonna call it. I had a name for it.
Dude,
it was like
so fucked up too, because he's trying to defend his daughter, and the way he dies is like so.
Yeah, and it's like so casual too, because Jason does it from like he's lying down. He's not even. He's like standing up. And he just goes and just snaps the guy back.
Yeah, you kind of feel bad for him. You feel kind of bad.
I did a little because he was an asshole, but like, but then it's also like, wow, he got fucked. Oh right, So like I had like a little note about that. It was like, did he get, what do we call that, like terminal, like I was like yoga terminal, like bonitis? Did you guys ever watch like Futurama? There was a guy on there, he gets bonitis and he's just all like twisty and shit, and he just like dies that way. The other thing I was thinking of was maybe, because I was trying to think of a name for the damn thing again, like what he does to him. Page 10 of the Horror Kama Sutra. Oh shit. Can you guys still hear me? Okay. It's just me. Awesome. Kajam. Well, that's it, I guess. Ha. Oh, looks like our Ray's MacBook died. Shit. Loose power cord. Great. It's probably going to take him a minute to get started again. If this thing is still recording, rather. I have no idea. I'm absolutely going to forget everything we were talking about, too, but oh well.
You still there?
Yep.
Hold on, I don't know.
So about what time did you cut out, or when I was talking, anyways?
It was basically when you were giving your last three.
Oh, okay, cool. So you had a loose cable? Yes. I feel like it happened again. Oh, we got dropped. Oh, great. Awesome. Let's see. Momentary technical difficulties, folks, as always. However, I remain steadfast and all that shit. The heart, the muse of MoQuest. No. Anyways. How am I supposed to pick my top 3? Freaking possible. There's so many awesome ones to pick from. This guy getting stabbed, this other guy getting stabbed, this girl getting stabbed, this other old guy getting stabbed. Someone such got tossed through this window or in this other window. Or out, I don't know, through outside the window. Lots of windows get broken. Let's see. This is okay. So new bleed.
Okay,
Yo.
we're back. All right, give us your last, and then we can kind of
So I was trying to find like some of my favorite kills, and it is a little tricky because two of them are in Freddy vs. Jason, I think, and then like another is from, I think it's from, oh, I got it right here. Well, it was the one I mentioned before, like I think it was part 5 with the sheriff, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, excuse me, part 6, Jason Lives, where the sheriff gets, like horror Kama Sutra'd.
Yeah.
I call it the go fuck yourself maneuver. I also really liked it when that doctor, like not the doctor, but like is he like a coroner or something, like a mortician from, was it New Blood? The one that like I saw this guy and like it's when they're wheeling Jason in after declaring him dead or whatever.
Part 4.
That's part 4. There we go.
right, yeah.
And then like that doctor like is the guy there. He puts like the sandwich on Jason and he's like, "Oh, what's up?" Like I saw that and I thought of Joe. I saw that shit and I was like, "Oh." But like obviously this guy is a huge piece of shit. He had a pretty cool death. I wanted that as like a sort of like a
I'm just talking about.
That was one of my favorites, and like that would probably be my third favorite, I guess. No, second. Where because that guy, he gets like his face, or he gets his neck sawed with a hacksaw, and then like Jason just snaps his head around.
Yeah.
Like halfway. I thought that was so fucking cool because it was just so like violent and sudden. And then my last one, I think I told you about this one, Ray. It was just because like I like seeing just ridiculous displays of power that Jason does, and it's right in the beginning of Freddy versus Jason where he just spear lifts this chick off the ground and then like sticks her onto a tree.
Okay, all right.
Like and then like I think he slams the machete all the way through the tree or some shit. Like I forget, but like it was just cool. He flat out just lifts her, foof, and fucking dartboards her. My honorable mention though that I was also in Freddy vs. Jason that I wanted to throw out because I really enjoyed it. But wasn't there a scene when he comes across this couple in a bed banging, and like I think he stabs them and then he like lifts. Does he lift the bed, or is that from fucking Halloween? I'm trying to remember.
I don't recall that. That sounds maybe Halloween.
That might have been Halloween. Okay.
Just real quick before I forget. There's I believe it's part. I think it's the remake. Whenever he slices a girl in half.
Yeah.
Whenever they're banging like in the tent.
Oh.
Oh.
Man, that would have been that would have been a good one. Yeah, you're right. I was confusing. My honorable mention is garbage. Forget that.
My honorable mention though, it would be is it Jason? Oh man, is it Jason Goes to Hell where he gets it's like those poles that they make where they put the signs on and they're like this the people having sex in the tent. And he like
he impales him.
And he like splits her in half with it. Or like Jason Goes to Hell.
I don't know.
Talk about they're having sex in the tent, and then he's like, oh, and then he goes,
I thought he just
and then he like comes up.
I think that's the one I'm talking about.
Jason Goes to Hell.
I don't remember.
Yeah, see, I don't remember that. That's a problem. They start to bleed into each other.
Correct us in the comments. No.
Well, I guess that's that'll bring our Halloween episode to a close.
Yep. Before we
went over all the Friday the 13th movies in a very brief way. I mean, we didn't get very detailed because that would take many hours.
No, yeah, maybe
multiple episodes.
If like anybody wants us to do something like that, just make a request.
Or if there's another franchise we want us to rank, we can do that as well. Please leave them in the comments. If you are still watching, we do appreciate you watching, and whoever watches later, we also do appreciate you continuing to watch this particular episode. We have many other Halloween episodes, specials that we have had in the past. This is our 6th annual one at this point. Last year we did almost like a 3-hour top 10 horror film thing.
Yeah.
And then I think our first one, whenever Bryce first joined us on the podcast, we did a top 10 horror movies as well. And that was about 4 hours long or something like that.
Yeah.
And then after that, we've ranked the Halloween franchise, including the timelines. And I think the other ones we did just like, geez, I don't even remember what else we did from there. But anyways, we do appreciate you watching and taking the time to conversate with us.
Comment, shit. Yeah, somebody wants to
cool.
talk. That's always fun.
And so we will see you next Halloween, but not, we'll see you next episode. That should be coming out later on next week. And we hope you have a fun Halloween, a safe Halloween, and enjoy yourself.
Groovy.